Yo, what is popping YouTube? And in today's video, as you read by the title, we're going to be talking about something that's very important, and this might be the most important thing in order to manifest or have life go your way. One of the things that I've been working on is my self-concept. My self-concept has been shitty lately, and I've noticed that it's pretty much like making my life almost fall apart. But there's nothing wrong with that, you know, because when your life falls apart, you have the opportunity to build that shit back up and change your thoughts in order to create a new reality. So one thing I want to talk about is having a great self-concept will help you out with anything. It's not going to take anything personal. You're not going to dwell or spiral into negative thoughts as much compared to what you would do if you had a shitty self-concept. So pretty much having a good self-concept is you pretty much believing in yourself and looking at yourself in a positive light. Because when you change your self-concept, you guys need to understand is that when you have a shitty self-concept, you're going to manifest negative results. And those negative results that you manifest are pretty much because of your shitty self-concept, or the negative thoughts or negative inner conversations you have with yourself will lead to that. And it sucks, but you could change it. You could change your life. You could redirect your paradigm. You could change a lot of things in your life that you don't like based on your self-concept. When you change your self-concept and how you look at yourself, a lot of things will change. One thing I've noticed today, just based off of personal experience, I was going to the gas station. This lady came up to me. She's like, "You look like the Portuguese Drake." And I was like, "Huh?" And she was like, "Yeah, like you look like a Portuguese Drake." And I was like, okay, like, you know, I took the compliment, you know, I was like, thank you. I appreciate that compliment. I don't look at myself like Drake, but hey, you know, like these past couple days, I've just been changing my self-concept and not only just changing my self-concept, vibing in a different reality. And what I mean by vibing in a different reality means step foot into the reality that you want to step into. Step into the vibe that you want to embody. So like Neville Goddard said, he said, feeling is the secret, right? So I walk around with the feeling that I feel good about myself. I'm confident in who I am and I believe in myself. Then it's like, okay, this lady came up to me and said that. It made my day. And, you know, like it made me feel even better than I was feeling before, because that's a good compliment. I'm like, shit, Portuguese Drake, I like that. That's a good one. But yeah, it's just like the little things that you change within your mind will definitely pick up. And that was after 2 days of just building up my self-concept again and redirecting my life into a more positive thing, just telling myself more positive stuff. I realized that it helped me. It helped me a lot. It helped me feel better about myself. I had better days. These past couple days have just been better for me just because I changed the way I look at myself. I changed the way I perceive myself. I changed the way I perceive what's going on in my life. Stop looking at everything as a negative and be like, you know what? I know my value. I know my worth. That's my self-concept. And I continue to build on that, because when you know your value and your self-concept and you're confident, a lot of people will look at you and be like, oh shit, he's confident. You know what I'm saying? Or when you go out to get a job, like, oh, I like this dude. Like he's not in fear of not having the job. He comes in here and I can feel his energy. A lot of people will feel your energy, and that's when you change your paradigm. You're shifting into that reality that you want to step into just by changing your self-concept alone and believing in yourself. Because throughout this whole time, like, I'm not going to lie, I was going through depression again. Like, this was the craziest thing ever. I really went through depression again, and I was like, whoa, like, I'm realizing that a lot of the things that I didn't want to work on are catching back up to me. And it triggered me. Like, it made me, like, it just made me, like, trip. Like, I was tripping. Like, I was bugging. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this shit happening? Why is that happening? And I said, you know what? Let me take a step back. Look at myself in the mirror. How have I been perceiving myself lately? How I've been looking at the circumstances in my life lately? Because you got to realize that when you create your own reality, you got to realize that everything around you is going to conform to your inner beliefs. Whatever you believe is going to come true. Even if it's the little shit that you peep in your life, you're like, no, like, I don't like that. Like, one thing that I need to work on too, and just by me building up my self-concept, I learned a lot about myself. And I wrote down the things, even in a notebook, that I need to work on, is that when I get into a negative mind state, I can't just start like spiraling into the thoughts. I just got to take a step back and realize that, you know what? This is okay. I'm okay with my circumstances. I know my worth, whatever is happening right now. You know, I could change that, and I'm going to step back and say, you know what? I value myself. I'm worthy of whatever I want, and I can get what I want. Just by me believing in that, it really has changed the past few days of my life. And we're not perfect. And that's the thing too, is like people think that every day is just going to be the best day ever. But you gotta realize that you gotta put in effort, and you gotta put in work within yourself. You gotta change how you feel about yourself, what you believe about yourself, because it's all gonna come into play just through your daily life and your daily routines, just the things that you do, the habits that you have. It's just gonna reflect that. Your life's gonna reflect how you feel about yourself. People, like, you got to look at it like this. People are messengers to how you feel about yourself. When you walk around confident, like I did at the gas station, I wasn't even thinking. Like, I was just having a good ass morning, and this lady said that to me, and I was like, what? Like, that's fire. Like, I like that. The Portuguese Drake, you know what I'm saying? I got a nice beard. I ain't gonna lie, my beard's hella nice. Like, I'm feeling good. I'm living great. And just changing the things, not changing the things in my life, more of changing how I feel about myself will change your 3D. And that's another thing too with the self-concept. Don't do the self-concept to change your reality. Change your self-concept for yourself. And because whenever you're trying to change what's going on in your reality, you're doing things in order to see a result that's different. But it's like, no, I came to a point where I kept trying to change my reality. I'm like, I need to change myself in order to see those results. Take a step back, not take what you see in the 3D too damn personal to where you're bugging out, and say, you know what? I know my worth. I know my value. I'm going to get what I want. And that's just that. I had to take a step back, stop letting these circumstances dictate how I feel. And that's hard for a lot of people. A lot of people aren't programmed like that because life gets hard. And if you don't have that mental strength, like, the shit will break you down. Like, mentally, I've been weak lately. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm through a period of my time or in my life where I just feel mentally weak. And I said, you know what? Like, I'm going to make a change, and I'm going to change myself. Because I'm tired of feeling this way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we all go through struggles. We're all going to go through some type of mental, you know what I'm saying, pain or something that's going to make us feel like shit. But you got to step back, and you got to step into your fucking, I don't even know, step into your mode, or step into whatever it is that makes you feel good. That's what I had to realize. I'm like, I need to go back to the gym and start doing things that I love to do in order to create that love inside of myself. You got to love yourself. It's hard to love yourself. Well, no, I don't want to say it's hard to love yourself, but for some people it is, some people it's not. Some people really do love themselves, but you got to step into that mode where you're like, I love myself. I'm handsome. I'm wealthy. I'm rich within my mind, and I'm going to get this shit because I can do this. I could redirect my life. I could change the circumstances in my life based on changing my self-concept. I'm not changing my self-concept in order to see results, even though technically we are, but I don't like to force myself to change in order to see different. I want to force myself to feel, to change in order to feel better. That's what I want to do. I want to feel better. I want to live great. I want to be happy. Because when you're not happy and you're just struggling with your self-concept, it's not going to be a healthy life for you. It's not going to be healthy for you at all. So you got to just step into your mode and love yourself. You really do, because if you don't love yourself, you're not going to see the results that you want. But don't do it to see results, because if you're sitting here fighting with yourself to change because you don't like what's going on in your reality, that's when shit's going to get fucked up, because you're looking at the 3D like, oh, fuck, like I'm not seeing results. No, it might take time before you see the results. It might take a while. Who knows? But you got to reprogram your mind and love yourself. That's the number one key in changing your self-concept, is you got to love yourself. And that's all I want to talk to y'all about today. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace.